The night was deep and quiet, the kind of quiet that makes you listen harder, as if the world itself is holding its breath. High above, the stars blinked cold and distant, watching as they always had. But the people below no longer looked up at them with wonder. They no longer prayed to the lights in the sky, because they knew the truth now. The beings they had once called gods were never divine. They were only survivors, like everyone else. This is the story of how the world learned that truth. Long ago, before memory became history, the first people walked the earth. They were small then, afraid of the dark, afraid of the storms, afraid of the beasts that roamed the land. And then, from beyond the clouds, the Sky Ones came. They were tall, radiant, their skin shimmering like polished metal, their voices like thunder and song. They walked among the people, and they spoke words that sounded like magic. "Fear not," they said. "We are here to guide you." And so the people believed. They built great temples in the Sky One's honor. They carved their faces into stone. They offered them food, treasures, even their own blood in sacrifice. The Sky Ones accepted it all with solemn nods, as if it were their due. They taught the people how to build, how to plant, how to read the movement of the stars. But they never taught them everything. Generations passed. The people grew wiser. They noticed things. The Sky Ones bled when cut, just like mortals. They grew old, though slower than men. They ate, they slept, they argued among themselves. And sometimes, when they thought no one was listening, they spoke of a place far away, a place they could not return to. One day, a young woman named Lira dared to ask the question no one else would. "If you are gods," she said, "why do you fear the night?" The Sky Ones did not answer. They never did when the questions were too sharp. Lira was not satisfied. She watched. She listened. And in the hidden places, where even the Sky Ones did not go, she found scraps of their past, strange metals that hummed when touched, writings in a language no one knew, images of a world that was not this one, a world burning. She understood then. The Sky Ones had fled something. They had come here not as guides, but as refugees. Lira gathered the bravest of her people. She showed them what she had found. At first, they refused to believe. To think the gods were mere survivors was to unravel the world itself. But the proof was there, in the broken machines, in the fear the Sky Ones could not hide. The people confronted them. "Tell us the truth," they demanded. "Where did you come from?" The Sky Ones looked at one another, and for the first time they seemed small. "We came from the stars," one of them admitted. "But not by choice. Our world was dying. We searched for a new home. We found you. And the gifts, the teachings, survival," said another Sky One. "A people who thrive are easier to rule." The silence that followed was heavier than any before. The people felt the weight of centuries of lies, but they also felt something else, freedom. The Sky Ones were not gods. They were only travelers, lost and afraid, who had pretended to be more than they were. The people did not cast them out. They did not destroy them, but they no longer bowed. They no longer offered sacrifices. The temples became meeting halls, the carvings just stone. The Sky Ones, stripped of their divinity, became simply neighbors. Some stayed. Some left, wandering again, searching for another world to call home. And the people looked up at the stars, not with fear or worship, but with understanding. The universe was vast, and all who lived in it were only trying to survive. That was the night the world grew up. And that is why even now, when children ask if the old tales of gods are true, their elders smile and say, "They were never gods. Just survivors, like us." The stars still watch. But now, so do we.